Oh, he's moving his feet.
Yeah.
Like, go away, go away. What's that?
Stroke his fingers. Stroke his fingers like that.
They still like that. Feels
Oh. Feels he likes that.
Where's the music coming from? It's this. Hey, Pappy. Watch the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. It's not on it. Okay, him. Right, let me find his leg first. He's trying to get it. How about like moving it? You're taking over there, by the way.
Nah. Touch on that. It's got it's a white, it'll feel more of this bit.
Yeah, so he's off. Just blow, let's just blow on your hands Oh. What a way to spend your birthday.
It's a fairy woman. A Native American princess. Hello.
Hi.
No, it's a good job you can't be arrested for having charm, otherwise he'd be in trouble, wouldn't he?
He would, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's absolutely all over. He's a lovely lad though, he's so diddly, like our little girl was, she was so tiny. I was just saying, the fairy workshop, and you've seen...
Woodland waves are all made glad and sweet. The primroses and violets you opened at your feet. Look up and see a fairy tree with blossoms white in clusters black, all set on stalks so slender, with pink leaves so tender. A cherry tree, well, cherry tree, a lovely, lovely thing to see.
Ring-a-ring-a-ding-dong, ding-dong bell. Here's a tale for a fairy to tell. The Return of the Fairies by Kelfin Paddy Ze. From those who remember to those who do not, here is a little story for those who forgot, of a race of fearless people, noble, strong and bold, who lived as one with nature and never would grow old. Sculptors of the landscape and servants of the lore, made into wee folk by Christians, we were mighty gods before. Gods of myth and magic, of heroic deed and fame. A hero's fate may well be tragic, yet death is but a game. In a place before time existed, before man's minds were even born, we built up mighty monuments amidst the hazel, oak and thorn. We plotted all the seasons by the sun, the stars and moon, and we built the very first temples, for we knew you would need them soon. For the day would come when we must pass on and give of our world to you, for it's there in the plan. Make time in space for the man to learn and trust the truth. So we left you and waited as your dreams accelerated, and we watched you and laughed as your progress you graphed. Then we listened in anguish at your foul use of language. But now we come to celebrate you as you learn to vibrate. Now we come to remind you of the beauty inside you. Now we come to invite you, we come to excite you, to help you. Remember Tir na Og, the land of ever living, ever young. For know that now your time is fading, we've had enough of your trading. For no longer is there room for your hungers to consume. For no longer are there moments for you to continue nature's torments. For now we shining beings of love come descending from above, from within, without, and forever we are come to gather together. Forever together, together, forever we are come. We have come to recreate our world anew. We have come to make our dreams come true. Children of light and Lucifer's babies, Templar knights and beautiful ladies, we've come back for our home, long stolen by Rome. We've come back to our womb, which you call our tombs. We've come back with our birthrights, our blessings and songs. We've come back to remind you, you've been sleeping too long. Release all your powers, release all your fears, release all your anger. Make way for your tears. There is no need now for worry or separation or grief. The apocalypse is well and truly upon us now. Sacred release. So make way for the true kings, the druids and queens, for we hold her powers, despite how things seem. For we hold her powers, for we are her dreams. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we, her powers are the she. She comes from within and spreads without, and none can evade her, and none can avoid her, for she is creatrix, the mother of all. Creatrix, creatrix. She makes tricks with pad, tricks the matrix in matrix. With pad, tricks the matrix with matrix. Nowhere is a story, a tale to tell, which all began with a ring and a bell. A ring of roses, a sonnet full of sounds, a mix of rhyming riddles, a logic to confound. A maze of ways in which to say the rippling waves of fairy tales weave secrets into sound. So pad tricks again may descend to earthly plane, to live again a life on sacred ground. The birth of Kelfin Og. When I was young, old songs were sung, deep-seated in my mind, of fairy folk. Their favourite joke was stealing a mortal child. I grew up in a place where we all chase each other up the wall. We come back down, we wear a frown. Does anyone care at all? Life could be bliss if we could all kiss each other on the cheek. Live our lives as our daydreams, eat chocolate and ice creams, and make love all through the week. Oh, life could be tribal instead of suicidal. Oh, life could be groovy instead of unruly. For life, it is satisfying, and life, it is gratifying, and my life is flying always. Always travelling through a time warp. What's been going on here on planet Earth? The people seem really confused. Well, some say this and some say that. Some don't care while others enthuse. But what's it really worth? I'll tell you. Here's a wee story, a tale to tell, which all began with a ring and a bell. Here's a tale, a story, a tale to tell, of how the ways parted between elves and men, of days long gone by and nights long forgotten, whose spirits live on though their bodies lie rotten. For spirits can speak from within the mind's eye, and blood carries memories which never shall die, but return through the ring in the age of Aquarius, deep well-being spring to the gates of eternity. The Gnostic gnomes, the keepers of knowledge, of wisdom and truth they don't teach in college. We sing you songs inside your head last thing at night when you're in your bed. Songs of dreams and mysterious themes. Songs to remind you of the beauty inside you. In songs we can show you and help you to know you, to show you the way to your heart. A script to describe you and scriptures to guide you, to play if you find you're a part. The whole life is living, define greatest art. No time like the present to learn to love. Now here is the only place to start. glass to rast of prayer. By the will of divine, it has been given to me to live in the ancient Isle of Avalon. By the grace of Creatrix, I have been guided here. This pilgrimage is my privilege. Each morning, remember, I am privileged to be present here. I am a child of the earth, returned to the mother. Each breath of life reminds me, each breath of life is sacred, the lifeblood of my soul. Each breath of life reminds me the cycles complete our whole. The water of life is sacred, its magic not man-made, pure consciousness of the goddess, whose memory shall never fade. The love that I hold is my whole love, not beaten, divided, or feared. This love I hold sacred for all love, not broken or beaten or smeared. This love I now own, I am sacred. All my past debts have been cleared. And so the first part is from the fairy book, speaking to the mind. And then the story brings in Kelfin, who's a child of the sheep, but it takes him a while to realise, the same as any of us, it takes us a while to realise. For in the story is deconditioning, unconditioning, the conditional reality we've all been bought into. Where we're made to think that we're all human, that we're powerless, that we're separate from nature, that we have no ancestors, that this is not our land, it's owned by some king and queen. That spirit is not our own sacredness, it's owned by the Pope or some other. And so the story is the development of what Kelfin goes through, guided along by the sheep, and coming to understand the truth through his own experience. And the story, as on the other hand, is of Kelfin being the king of the fairies, but being born as a human, never quite fitting in therefore with the humans. And having to come to understand how this is. And to come to realise that what people say you're supposed to be is not the true nature at all. Kelfin, the child she, grew up in a strange way. All he wants to be free. Be free to be happy, in search of true love, on a wing and a prayer with guidance from above. Stranger in a strange land, in the realm of unseen, found the way to Avalon by following true dreams. There's Celtic Christian fairies living up Chalice Hill. The priests have said they're dead and gone, but the she reside there still. I was delving deep in Glastonbury heart, centre of the world. I was lighting flames on Christ's own hill, of whose fame you may have heard. I was taking lots of medicines to unleash the awful truth. The answers received were strange indeed, ancient wisdom from my youth. A fountain store of wisdom deep rooted in this earth, awakened states of feeling what this life is truly worth. Immortal soul awakened, in me a way perceived, became conceived and then achieved the innocence of rebirth. Searching through life's memories, remembering the past, bits of me where I got lost, returning home at last. Now parts of this story are quite hard to tell, of the wars that began, which unleashed the 9 hells, of all that was lost and of how things might have been if the lost souls of mortal men would return to the Queen. Inside the awful inferno, rage against the machine, the crushing of culture, misleading of minds, soul beings sold into slavery, making humans unkind. The things we have seen, the things we have been, destruction and chaos in the realm of unseen, beneath the fake dull sheen, the wars and the famines, the spin doctor spells. Get on the bandwagon, the purpose don't tell. We're on a mission from God to raise up 9 levels of hell. Up on my trip, afraid I might slip in fear and confusion, dismay the illusion. I'm away with the fairies again. A nervous, airtight feeling came over me still, and I thought, I've been a fool before, been tricked before by she. 11:11, alignment in heaven, one total eclipse of the sun, with fears of disaster and time growing faster, brought dreams home to everyone. The Grand Cross alignment caused such an excitement we all began to spin out. A portal inside us, a mass coincidence, go inside dance began a new sky dance in heaven. Dream catcher, dream weaver, true cosmic receiver, dispelling disaster and time growing faster. Replace pain with laughter and sing. Again. A portal in time through cosmic design, dream reservoir, sublime intervention. Revelations of the Bible translated into libel, designed to frighten all peoples, tribal, to drive us suicidal in the end. Like lambs to the slaughter, time is growing shorter in the end. Beltane 2000 AD may well be too mad to be true. When money cannot be eaten, old prophecies come true. When the stars line up in heaven, it's time to pay our dues. The price of Christ was quite precise. 2,000 years of gloom. It ended that May on Beltane Day, where now this story here resumes. This time is strange, this time is strong, as we know now come together. A time of turning, a time of learning, we come together, together, forever, together, 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 forever we are come. We waited through the night so long, we stumbled through the overgrowth. We forgot to sing, forgot our song, we got lost around the roundabout. We lost the plot, in time forgot, we all lost the plot together. A game we play till break of day, and wake up again together in our dreams, times our songs, we buried deeply our treasures. We put wine in our chalices, and chalice in our bonds, breathing deep lie our pleasures in our dreams, times our songs. But with mushrooms, soon discovered, our love became our lovers. And as our love became mutual, no longer just neutral, our trips so expanded some people crash-landed and fell back into the brew as well she had planned it. So well they had fallen as we were still soaring, young devil and all, as we imagined heaven, they created the fall. From graceful creatrix, from we and from all, as we imagined heaven, they created the fall. And so, our ways parted. We watched on top of the world as they got the fear, we watched their dramas unfurl. They lost sight of each other. Sister of mother and father of brother, their magic they lost in a foul holocaust. And as we watched on in sadness, their spirits made badness. All time was disrupted, all madness erupted, and the one ring she was broken. As he made her demon, her fury was awoken. Then came the rift, then time became swift. A line was then drawn up over the dawn, for high magic was needed. Quick time superseded. A solution was needed, so we interceded. The return of the bird tribes of old and of song, we come now to remind you, to sing you this song. You had forgotten who you are now. You had forgotten how to live. You had forgotten what the point is. You had forgotten how to give. This life you are living now, this life we are all forgiving now. Let go. Let's dance and let's grow. For we angels have landed in you, our own seeds. In our homes we are welcome in this time of great need. So bless us, Creatrix, by the sun, moon and trees. This tragedy is ending so swiftly and with such ease. Blessed be.